Mathews. I'm the Global Entertainment Director of GQ and Architectural Digest, and I live in Brooklyn, New York. So my job consists of booking all the talent in GQ and Architectural Digest. It could be an actor, an athlete, or musician. I have a really fun and exciting job. It's very fast-paced. I go to movies before they come out. I scout music. I go to every Broadway show and sort of look out for what's the hot new thing and who should be on the cover of GQ, or who we should feature in Architectural Digest. I'm originally from Pittsburgh, PA, and I went to Fordham at Lincoln Center for school. While I was there, I decided, I think I want to work in magazines, and interned at various magazines around New York. So I started quite young. It was awesome to go to school in New York and be here because this is the heart of the magazine industry. I started at my company in 2006 as an intern at Teen Vogue. I then worked my way up and became an assistant at Vogue magazine, then at Vanity Fair, and I learned how to do my job from these really amazing power women who did my job. I then worked at Teen Vogue and then GQ. I've been at GQ for 7 years now, and I also work on Architectural Digest. So I kind of grew up in my company, but I love it, and it's one of the most intense and exciting, but also fun, family-filled careers I could have ever dreamed of. So my goal is to really be on top of what people are talking about whenever I book talent for both of my magazines. I think that it's really important to have relationships in my job. So whenever talent has an album coming out, it might not be released to the public, for example, and it's my job to know that information before it's public and put together a GQ cover if it makes sense. So, I'm always talking to my relationships in all those industries and figuring out what's going on. But I like to push the needle. I like to give people opportunities that may not otherwise be considered for my magazines. It's just important to understand my brands, but also to sort of push it and open the door for other people to be a part of it. A while ago, you wouldn't necessarily see athletes in Architectural Digest, for example, but it was my personal goal to book some, and I wanted them to be represented, so that's just an example. For me, it's all about my relationships. That's how I do my job, that's how I have success, that's how I handle problems that may come up. Having important relationships is so important. I think that mindset really has to develop when you first start your career. Getting on the phone, taking people out, having a personal connection with people that, I started working with some of the people I work with now in 2006, 2007, and now we just have all the laughs in the world and have so much fun working together. I trust them, I know them, but it sort of has been really awesome because we've all started out somewhere and we're kind of growing together, and I think that relationship importance is so important. I always tell people, don't email people, get them on the phone, talk to them, meet people in person, have that personal connection. I think that's really incredible advice for young people out there right now. My Greek roots are such an important part of who I am. I think that when you look at me, you could see it oozing out of me, but I think that it's given me this kefi, this passion for so many things. I think that interpersonal connection came from growing up in a Greek community and going to church and singing in the choir and being part of that community and just having that warmth and that love with so many people. One of my favorite parts of being and living in New York is meeting other Greek people or Greek American people like myself who are in various fields. I had a really cool experience last year working with talent in Greece, which I've never done. Most of my shoots are in Los Angeles or New York or Miami or London. So I actually got to go to Greece and work with Yanni, the Greek freak, which was really awesome, and book him on his first GQ cover. So it was pretty surreal to be in Greece at Costa Navarino with him, and talking about our love for Greece and being in the country. So I'll never forget that experience. I'm really lucky because I have a yaya who's 98 and I have her prayers still, which is really cool.